Hey everybody, how's it going? Chris here. Really quickly, hopefully, I want to show you the differences between my old 40 gig that I have had probably 4+ years and the new 160 Slim. First up, I guess, obviously the difference is 40 gigs and 160 gigs, and also the Slim model. So as you can see, it's a lot smaller. You know, it's shorter that way, except this way it's probably a little bit longer across, as you see. So it's got a little bit more there. So there's that difference. Now sitting them side by side. Oh, gotta be careful with the new baby. This one I don't care about. And so you can see how much that old fat one is. So very much a much slimmer model, of course. Huge comparison. So same thing down here. They got there's 2 ports right here, 2 ports there as well. Right here, I believe that is the spot for the hard drive there, I believe. I'm not completely sure, but that looks like the only access on the bottom of it for that. The access for the hard drive on the old one is right there. Difference, as you can see, the gloss cover on this one. See my hand? Wave, wave, hi. And this one's got a matte black finish. It says PlayStation 3 across there. It says PS3 there. And it also says PS3 on the bottom as well. Difference in the front here, this kind of this chrome or silver finish for the Blu-ray drive. And a feature that was kind of neat, but kind of useless too on the old fat one was this PlayStation symbol. And so if you had it sitting down, you can have it looking like that, or if you want it up, you can flip it that way, so that when you stand it up, you know, you'd have it the proper way. This one doesn't, it's just all black. This is the only shiny part on the machine, really, is this a Blu-ray drive disc entrance, I guess. And that's just a plastic symbol there, or just, you know, it's not sticking out like the other one. And big difference on the fronts are the buttons. These here for the eject and power, those are actual little buttons. On the old one, kind of a neat feature, but slightly slower than the real buttons. These were touch sensitive buttons, so you just slightly touch them, and I don't know what they went on by heat or pressure sensitive, but you just touched them slightly, and it sent a signal into another pressure button on the inside. So it was kind of neat, but not absolutely needed. These buttons are actually quite a bit faster. I'll turn them around. So what I thought I'd mention too is that the 40 gigs, I never used up all 40 gigs. I mean, in how many years that I had it. So I mean, it was, for that was pretty good, but I mean, for the price, I mean, I paid for this one with protection plan around $500 way back when, and this one, you know, with those 4 games and 160 gigs, this was $250. So in comparison, of course, prices were a lot better too. But so on the back here, the difference is that, of course, thicker. But one of the main reasons why it'd be thicker on this side is that it has a main power switch, which would make everything thicker too. This one doesn't have a main power switch. It just you plug it in, and it's a smaller power plug-in as well. Look how big that one is. So it has no on and off. As soon as you plug it in, it's power's on, and then you have to push the main button in the back. But this one you can have main power on or off. Yeah, but everything else in the back. So of course the fans you see is a lot slimmer that way as well. So yeah, that's the main differences of the PS3 Big Fat 40. Also another just quick difference between the sets between the 40 gig and the 160 gig I bought was the controllers, just very slightly. This is the old one. You can see again this one has quite a shiny gloss to it, and it says right there 6-axis, so it is only the 6-axis controller. Weight quite a bit lighter than this one. This is the one to the 160 gig, and you can see it's not as much of a gloss to it, a little more of a matted color. But this one is 6-axis and DualShock 3, so it's got the rumble feature in it, and I think that 6-axis thing is a motion thing, but I have never had any games to use any type of controller motion. So that brings the weight up of this controller quite a bit too, so I like that, and we'll see. I've never used a DualShock controller with the rumble feature, so that's kind of neat. So that's another quick little difference between them as well. And that's a lot of plastic. I took this whole thing apart, so I know what's all in there. This one I'm not sure how it's all quite set up. So I'll show you there too. So it's I can get some light on that. You can see it's engraved there as well, PS3. So, you know, and they trimmed off some of the excess plastic on the sides as well. You can see plastic, and then this little piece sticking out as well, and they basically trimmed that all down and, you know, got rid of all that. So yeah, so I do like the new PS3, and it runs quite a bit more quiet than the old Fat 40, and hopefully it doesn't have the same kind of problems, the overheat problem. So that's what happened to this one. I got the overheat problem, got the yellow light of death, and yeah, I'm ready to get rid of this thing. So this is what I'm ready to do, you know. Just, yeah, give it a couple of those. Yeah. PS3. Okay, that's a little taste of what's to come with this big fatty right there. Yeah, this PS3 is a NFG POS, so I'm planning to destroy this thing. I'm not quite sure how, but yeah, that is a lot of thick plastic. I mean, there's a cover, there's this cover, there's another inside cover, and then you got your disk drive, your your battery pack on this side, and then you got your motherboard, and then you also have your fan underneath. So I mean, this is a lot of plastic and metal to kind of go through, but it's going to be kind of fun to destroy this thing. So the only thing that I'm saving out of this thing for now is the hard drive. Hopefully I want to try to retrieve the information off of this thing. There is ways to get the data off a PlayStation 1 to another, but those two ways that I know of, you have to have this PlayStation running to do a data transfer. If I just try to take the hard drive, which I don't want to because it's 40 gigs, why try to replace a 160 with only 40 gigs? But if I try to put this disc in the PlayStation, the new one, it'll want to reformat, and you can't do anything other than reformat the disc when you put it in. So that would mean erasing everything off of this drive. And so somehow I want to try to be able to retrieve the information off this somehow with a different you know, external hard drive or something. But if anybody knows how to do that, how to get the information off of this disc and be able to put on USB or another you know, portable hard drive and be able to put all my save files in here. If I really can't, I can't. I mean, then, you know, I might just have to replay all those games that I have all saved on here, but yeah, I'm gonna try see what I can do before I get rid of that. Yeah. Okay, so that's that, you guys. That's the differences between the new and old, and a little taste of what's to come.